number three. Number three, we're going to go ahead and test your might here a little bit with our Mortal Kombat review. This is the first Mortal Kombat film since 1997's abysmal Mortal Kombat Annihilation. It did set a new record for pandemic box office, knocking off Godzilla vs. Kong. Currently on Rotten Tomatoes, the film is a 54% critical, but an 87% user score. I'm going to do the plot summary here. Okay, I'm going to summarize this plot a little bit. The film opens with a deadly confrontation between Bi-Han, a Chinese ninja warrior with freezing powers, and Hanzo Hasashi, a Japanese warrior. Bi-Han murders Hanzo's eldest son and wife and kills Hanzo. However, Hanzo pledged that he would remember this face. And Bi-Han did not end the Hanzo line as his infant daughter remained and was claimed by Raiden the Thunder God. Flash forward several hundred years. Cole Young is a past his prime MMA fighter with a dragon birthmark. He's approached by an army vet named Jax, who explains that it is no ordinary birthmark. You know what? The story's fucking irrelevant. So here's what you need to know. There's a tournament, right? There's a tournament for Earthrealm. Shang Tsung wants to use his assassins to kill all of Earth's champions before the tournament can happen, which is a little bit of cheating. Yes. But then that would be the 10th loss for Earth, and then it would allow the Outrealm or the Outlands or the whatever the fuck it's called to invade Earth. The Earth fighters are weaklings, like super weak, super janky champions. Like yes. You're one of Earth's champions.
Yes.
You're 5'7" and weigh 125 pounds.
I'm not 5'7".
5'6".
I'm 5'10", dude.
5'5".
I'm 5'10". 5'10".
I got a picture.
I'm a solid 5'10". I'm probably not 125 pounds. I haven't weighed myself in like 30 years. But
to dispute that, the Earth fighters are weaklings and they have to become stronger. There's a confrontation and it doesn't go well. And Kung Lao dies and Cole gets a shiny new suit of armor. And now the Earth people are somehow magically capable of beating the people that just handed it to them. Turns out Cole is Hanzo's ancestor, which summons him from the bowels of hell to fight Bi-Han. Hanzo's changed his name to Scorpion. Bi-Han's changed his name to Sub-Zero. Scorpion wins, but the tournament hasn't even happened yet. So sequel.
The sequel. I don't even know. Like, I liked it to some degree. Like, I walked away like, okay, I'm fine with this movie because of like the action people are fighting. That's what I want. It's Mortal Kombat. But that whole first part of the movie
was Mortal Kombat.
The first part of the movie was like, what was that? Right? So it's this weird movie where I'm like, it was exactly what I thought it was going to be, where they try to throw like a weird plot in here. And then we get nothing but fighting, which is fine. And the fighting was cool. I like the hat going through the, and he's like, that was fun.
Victory.
Victory.
They leaned into the corniness like a lot.
Which I actually thought was fine. And I was good with that. I felt like, and I played this game as a kid. We all did. I will say I ended up, I shouldn't say I liked it. I liked it more than I thought, which doesn't mean that I liked it. Now I'm like going back and thinking about it. Because I walked away like, it was fine. But I don't know why we're doing this. I think
why we're doing this review?
No. Why we're making this movie happen.
Oh, okay.
I think it's actually my like way I go about it, where it's like, this would have been fine. Like in 1995, this is the movie. And that 1995 movie is actually okay.
Well, that's my question is like, it's maybe better. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. But it's the, come up with something new, make something new. I thought it looked
It made something new because the main character is not even a character from any of the games.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So it's weird to me. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if I want to say like to watch it. It's a weird movie. It's not a movie to me. It's, I don't it's something that happened for 2 hours, not even 2 hours.
It's not even. It was like an hour and 45 minutes tops.
Yeah, it's not even. It's something that happened, and I like walked away not mad. I didn't walk away mad from it. Like not like Godzilla versus King Kong, where I was like mad because there wasn't more of them fighting each other. But I just like walked away from it confused. Whereas like the fighting scenes were fine because it's Mortal Kombat. Like there's only so much you can do with those movies and those characters. But this is literally not built for anyone outside that's ever, if you've never played those or played those video games, you're like, what the hell is this? And there's guys changing names.
Yeah.
And it's a weird movie in a weird time. And I'm not surprised it passed Godzilla, because I think there's also this thing where people are just really like bored and you're still not wanting to go to movies. So it's something that happens, but that's the way I would look at it. It's something that happened that I watched, but whatever. It's literally like watching the Pirates play the Royals right now. It's something that'll happen and no one will care a month from now.
Yeah, I mean,
yep.
when I was done, I'm in like a Discord with some like guys that I was friends with in high school and stuff, and like we were all talking about it. And one of the guys was like, "It's really bad. You're gonna love it." I was like, "Does that mean I like bad things?" I was just like, "What are you talking about?" It's just like the corniness, like right when I finished watching it, I was like, "Well, there's an hour and 45 minutes of my life that's never coming back."
Sure.
But then when I like kind of thought about it, and like this is the thing, is like I have these like instant reactions where I'm like, I really like this or I really hated this. And then when I actually like take a little bit of time to think about it, like my opinions change a little bit. And that's kind of how I felt about this movie. I was like, well, this is fucking ridiculous. Like all of it, just 10 out of 10 ridiculous. The cheesiness of the over the top, like, the flawless victory and, fatality and all this, like them doing like the lines from the games and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that's so lame. But then I like kind of thought about it, and it's like, there's like an inherent over the topness to Mortal Kombat. Like back in the
all
day.
those games. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think especially Mortal Kombat, because like you had all the blood and like finish him and all this. And it's like, when you played Mortal Kombat more so than like Street Fighter, for example, which was probably the other main fighting game at the time in the 90s. Like you played Street Fighter, it was like, okay, I'm playing a fighting game, whatever. Mortal Kombat felt like you were kind of doing something you weren't supposed to be doing. Because there was like lawsuits and shit about Mortal Kombat because all the blood. And like if you played Mortal Kombat on Nintendo, it didn't have the blood because Nintendo was the family-friendly console or whatever. And like I read like a little bit of an interview with the guy that produced it, like the main producer, and they're like, he produced it because he was a huge Mortal Kombat fan. I'm like, well, shit, somebody call me. I could probably make the Uncharted movie better than it's going to be. But when I really like thought about it, it's like, this is who this movie's for.
Right.
And there is an audience for this, more so than some of the other things that we constantly say, like, why is there a reboot? Why is there a rehash? Why are there sequels? Because the 95 movie was probably the best video game movie for a long time, maybe until Sonic the Hedgehog or Detective Pikachu, right? The 97 one was rushed. They wanted to cash in, and it was bad. There's no doubt it was bad, right? But I think that there is an audience for Mortal Kombat in film.
Yeah.
It's just some of the things are just like eye roll cheesy. You know what I mean? I didn't think Goro looked very good. I actually thought Goro looked better in the 95 version when it was the CG and it was just like a guy with makeup and like maybe a little bit of CG.
Yes.
I thought Goro didn't look great. And like there was no, like the movie was really rushed. I mean, well, like we said, it was only an hour and 45 minutes. I don't want every movie to be like the Snyder Cut and be 4 hours long. But I do want a little bit of exposition as to why we should give a shit about some of these characters.
Right. Yes.
And that was the thing.
That was weird.
Like Jax, he just shows up and then he has his arm shattered. And then they give him like, they like 3D print him shitty arms and he can't do anything with them. And that's what gives him his special power is like he grows better 3D printed arms. It's like, I didn't care about him. Sonya Blade, I didn't care about. They didn't really develop her character at all. I was glad they kept Kano around because he was like comic relief a little bit.
Yes, yeah, like Kano.
I mean, I liked like I was texting with a friend and he's like, "What do I need to know about Mortal Kombat? Liu Kang's better than everybody and he wins." It's like, "Oh, ha ha ha."
Oh yeah.
Liu Kang's not even the main character, and there's no tournament. Ghastly, blasphemy. But they're obviously setting up sequels. We got a little bit of a teaser for Johnny Cage, and the guy that plays Sub-Zero said he's signed for 4 movies. I don't know if I need 4 Mortal Kombat movies.
We definitely don't need 4. I mean, I like a sequel will be fine because it will actually get a tournament.
Yeah.
And then what is it? Johnny Cage is what's his face will become. Like in the because that's his name, right? In the video game.
No.
Isn't it?
Who?
Oh, I thought
Johnny Cage.
He's not Johnny Cage in the movie though, is he?
Who?
The main character for like the goods. Yeah.
Cole, no, he's not in the games at all. They made him.
I thought he was going to end up being Johnny Cage or something.
No, did you watch the credit scene
where he like walks past the poster?
Yeah,
I thought he was going to change his name.
No, he's going to find. No, he's going to find Johnny Cage.
He's going to find. Okay, that just I was not sure if he was going to change his name to Johnny Cage or.
And and they kind of set it up that Sub-Zero becomes, because in the canon of the Mortal Kombat games, he becomes Noob Saibot, so he's going to become him. That's why he's dead, but he's not really dead, and
right.
The whole like.
I mean, meeting Johnny Cage will be fun then. Yeah, that's a gnarly character. It's like it'll
be interesting to see. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who they get for him. I think that's a very important casting choice.
Yes,
moving forward. And the other thing is we'll probably get Shao Kahn, who's like the real big bad of the Mortal Kombat games, or at least back in the day. I haven't played one of those games in years. But, I think that this movie set out to accomplish exactly what it wanted to accomplish. So here's where I'm at with this. If you like Mortal Kombat, this is definitely a watch. If you don't have a history with the games or you don't really care about Mortal Kombat, this is definitely a pass because you're going to think it's ridiculous.
Yes, 100%. That's exactly. I mean, but that's exactly what they want. They don't care. They don't care if they get anybody outside.
Yeah,
it's not meant for them.
This is a movie made for fans by fans, basically.
This is literally a movie made for people of our age.
Yeah,
they're like, get your 33 to 43-year-old, guys. That's literally what this movie was made for.
Right. Yeah. Well, and the younger generation that plays the games.
But
I didn't think I didn't think that the fight sequences were anything special, to be honest with you.
No, they weren't special. They were just like something that happened again with this movie. But
I don't think that they're on the level of even what I saw in the Shang-Chi trailers.
Right.
As far as like the kung fu fights, which I was hoping to get a little bit more of. But I liked that they threw in like the whole the leg sweep scene was really funny.
Yeah, that was fun. And the kicking in the air.
Yeah.
That was, I mean, they paid.
There was good. There was good fan service, but
exactly.
Yeah, it's definitely it was a movie for fans by fans, and if you have any history, have ever enjoyed a Mortal Kombat game, then this is going to be a game that you like.
Yeah, 100%.
I think that's a fair assessment.